All right. So I may be starting to be just a little official. Alright guys, so what we're gonna do is ignore how wrinkly my backdrop is. I am filming on a very bad day. I'm filming on a day where I'm supposed to be cleaning, cooking, moving stuff out of here. But am I doing any of that? No, I'm not. If I would move this backdrop out of the way, y'all guys would see how a mess. So where I film now is in my third bedroom, which I have turned into a storage room, unfortunately, and I don't want to move the stuff out the way. So it was a perfect timing that Amazon delivered this little backdrop that I was testing out, and your girl is lazy and doesn't want to iron it. Well, to be honest, I don't even know if I can iron it. I think I have to steam it, so I don't have time for that. I barely have time to do this review. I literally have 40 minutes until the light goes out. Well, actually the sun goes down and there goes my lighting. So let's just get into what the video is really about. So for today's video, I have the PUR times Barbie collection. I've been so excited. I will actually been having this for like about a week and a half. I should have had this video up a couple days ago, but you know, life happens and I can't film fast enough. So when I saw PUR come out with the photos for this collection, y'all know I am a sucker for packaging. The packaging on these products is so stunning. Like the detail of it, do y'all see that? Again, is it just me? Probably. I'm already spending a good amount of chunk of change on these products. I might as well get some incentive along the line. If the product wasn't good, at least I was gonna have some beautiful beautiful makeup products just laid out around my vanity. So out of all the collection, I only picked up, you know, 4 products that called to me. I picked up 2 lipsticks, I picked up the highlighter, and as well the eyeshadow palette. Now there is a couple more items in the collection that I didn't pick up. For example, there's 4 lipsticks in total, but I only picked up 2. There is as well eyelashes, which I didn't want to pick up. There is a Barbie glitter pink brightening peel off mask, a brush that has Barbie's like face on there, and as well a lip gloss to where I'm looking at now. It looks pretty cute, but I don't need none of that extra stuff. I just wanted to get to the main goodies. Alright guys, so if you want to see how these products are going to perform, then just keep on watching. Alright, so don't mind my hair as well. It is a mess. I kind of was trying to go like... Look, it's been forever since I played with Barbies. I don't know of a good hairstyle to do with my long hair. That kind of, you know, gives it a Barbie thing. So we're just going to leave this how it is. And once I get the look going, then I'll change my hairstyle. So the first thing that we're going to play with is the eyeshadow palette. When I first opened the eyeshadow palette, it has like a vanilla scent, which I'm not mad at. Another thing is that the way that these rhinestones and small little glitter stones are on there, I mean, they're on there. They're not gonna like pop off, which I originally thought that's what it was. I thought that, you know, PUR was gonna cut some corners and use some like cheap glue, and anytime you rubbed on that palette, something was gonna pop off. But luckily, no, that hasn't happened. This is how it looks on the inside. It has a mixture of some neutrals, glitter, shimmers. So the packaging says that it is a pressed pigment, a 12-piece pressed pigment palette. So it seems that some of these mattes are pressed pigments as well. So to be honest, we're gonna just do a pink look because that is automatically what is drawing my attention, especially this shimmer shade right here that seems to have kind of like a slightly duochrome finish to it. So I'm going to do the same thing as I do with every single eyeshadow palette that I test out, is use a drugstore on one eye and use a high-end primer on the other eye. Alright, so we're going to go in with the typical, well, not really typical look because it's not. We're gonna go in bold. So we're gonna go in with this pink shade right here. Where's the... So the bad thing is that the shades are not on the palette or in the back of the palette, they're on the box. So if you're someone that likes to know what shades you're using, then don't throw away the box. So I'm gonna start off with the shade called Barbie. And I am going to pack, ooh, well, at least it's promising. I'm going to start off just packing the shade everywhere. All right, so pigment, check. It is so there. So I'm just gonna wipe this brush on my shirt because I don't have a rag. And I'm gonna go in with this shade called Pretty in Pink. And what I'm gonna use this shade for is to blend out that harsh line of where Barbie's at. And this shade is a shimmer, so if you don't like using shimmer shades on your crease, then don't use this one. And just to warm up the look just a little bit, I am going to go in with Role Model as well on top of Pretty in Pink. Now the shadows do have kickback, but the shadows are pigmented and there is no fallout, so I'm very happy about that. So what I'm going to do is clean up the center of my eye so that way I can put in this next shade called Dollhouse. So I'm going to go in with a flat taper brush just directly with that shadow just to see what the pigmentation of it is, and so that way I know if this shadow shade needs the help of some spray. Okay, so I take that back. Skip the brush, try to go in with your finger. That's such a pretty glitter shade, I believe. Now this one is to be expected. It did have some fallout, but nothing too crazy to where, you know, it's making me reconsider my purchase. So now I'm gonna take Fantasy and place that on my brow bone. So what I'm gonna do to deepen up my outer corner is go in with Fashionista. I don't want to go in too heavy hand because of course I want the pink to be there, but just the light dust of it, which is blending out really nice. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back in with Role Model and blend that under my lower lash line. And then I'm gonna go with Pretty in Pink and also blend that out in my lower lash line. And then I'm gonna go in with an angle brush and I'm gonna actually go in with this. I'm gonna go in with that purple again, which is called Fashionista, and just kind of place it right near my lash line. So I'm gonna finish off the other eye so that way we can see how it tests out with the drugstore eye primer. And then I'm gonna do lashes. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do a liner yet or not, and then we'll be back with some of my thoughts. All right, so this is the finished look. I did want to go in with like just a lot of blush just because I'm kind of feeling it. I did use this blush from BH Cosmetics. Now for the next thing that we're going to test out in this collection are the highlighters. So this is what it looks like. It has like a really metallic slight pink. This is more of a medium gold or like a rose gold, and then deep gold. And again, I really do enjoy the detail that PUR did on these products. Yeah, so essentially this is made for all skin types, in my opinion. This is for light skin tones, medium skin tones, and then deep skin tones. And let's see what it looks like. And this is what it looks like if you mix it in together. I'm not sure if you can see that. It's real pretty though. This top shade does have specks of glitter, so do keep that in mind. The other two, the specks of glitter are not as prominent as the first shade. So I'm gonna go in with this shade in the middle on one side of my face, just seeing how it looks. Yeah, so it gives just like a rose gold tint of shade to your skin. So if you are on the lighter skin spectrum, these both shades down here are not going to work for you because they are barely working for me. But that is really pretty. It's not blinding as I thought it was going to be, but it is subtle enough for you to use it. Now on the other side, I'm going to go in with the deeper gold, seeing, you know, just what happens. Oh, so it's actually not that deep of a gold as I initially thought, so this shade's gonna work out for me as well. So I like the deep gold on this side more just because it actually looks more of a kind of glass effect. But actually, so I am gonna actually get a good use out of this highlighter palette because I didn't think I was. Yeah, so that's really exciting. So y'all are gonna have to bear with me. The lighting is gonna be changing quite a bit. The sun is going down, so I have to manually change the lighting on my camera, which is not fair because it makes me look two-tone, and I'm not two-tone. My foundation matches my neck, I swear. So now going to the exciting part, the lipsticks. Do y'all see that detail? So I picked up the shade Timeless, which is this pink kind of, well, I really can't tell because the glitter's in the way, but it's this really pretty shade. And I also picked up this deep mauve tone in the shade Classic. So let's see. So we're first gonna go in with Classic since I already have it on my hand, seeing how it applies on the lips. Okay, so that initial glitter is just like a top coat. It's not on the actual lipstick itself. They are matte. Oh, so this is a really pretty shade. So this is like a pinky mauve tone. It's really pretty. It actually looks darker with the glitter top coat versus the actual product when applied. Well, don't be like me and raise the lipstick all the way up because it broke. Oh, why does stuff like this happen to me all the time? All the time. But yeah, so there goes that first lipstick. And that again is in the shade Classic. Okay, so going in with the next shade, which is called Timeless. This one seems more of a pinkier color, light pinkier. Ooh, so this is a pretty shade. Again, you can't really tell what the shade is gonna be with that glitter top coat covering the lipstick, but I was not expecting the shade, which I really do like. Now, it doesn't go with my look, but I definitely see myself using this shade. Now this is just too much pink, but you know what? I like the shade, so I'm just gonna keep it on. Alright guys, so before I get into my final thoughts, I do want to swatch the eyeshadow palette because some of these shades are actually, the formula is really interesting about them. Y'all, this stuff is pigmented, which I love. So this is the first row. And I do want to point out that this shade right here is just so creamy. It doesn't feel like your typical eyeshadow. It feels more like of a cream to powder type of product, which is so pretty. And that's the second row. Like, do y'all see this? And that is the last row, and that is that pressed glitter too in the palette. Now I'm not gonna lie, with this shade right here, let's see if my camera can catch it, but do you see how it has some purple glitters in it? Well, if you can or can't. So there is some purple or pink glitters in that dark shade, but when I swatch it, you can barely see it. So I wish the glitters were actually a little bit more prominent in that shadow because that would have been such a stunning dark shade, but they're not. And then as well goes for the same for this purple shade right here. It does feel more of a very cream to powder type eyeshadow formula. Now the pressed glitters does feel nice, but of course I didn't get a chance to use it so that way I can test it out to see if it's any good. Alright guys, sorry, I know the lighting's a little off, but I gotta work with what I got and the sun is already going down. Alright, so what I think about these 4 products that I picked up from this collection, I know it's a little pricey, but to be honest, it is worth it. You are getting your money's worth on the packaging. You are getting your money's worth on the formula as well. This eyeshadows perform really, really good. The shades are actually really bright and they actually do reflect and look like what's on the palette. I didn't think that it was actually going to be that bright of a shade. So to be honest, I kind of was expecting the eyeshadow palette to fail. Because typically when it comes to certain collections and it comes to really pretty packaging, the company tends to fork out more money on the packaging versus the formula. So I am pleasantly surprised that I really did enjoy these. As far as the lipsticks, you're not getting as much product as you typically do in just a regular lipstick, but that's to be expected. I mean, look at the packaging. It is really pretty. It does have just the tiniest bit weight to it. They don't feel that cheap, but as you can tell, if you have the lipstick all the way up and you are applying it, it is gonna come off, like as you saw on when I did that. The only thing that I'm just a little bit scared of is if this the little button breaks, how are you gonna get the lipstick out? So hopefully it doesn't break, because that means I'm gonna have to break this packaging to get into the lipstick. These 2 lipsticks that I picked up, which was in Classic and Timeless again, they are a matte formula. I'm not sure about the other 2 lipsticks since they weren't calling my name. I think they were more of a nude color, I believe. Yeah, so the other shade is more like a dark plum shade and another one's like a nude color, which I already have enough of those colors, so that's why I didn't pick them up. I felt like these were more unique, and I found that I'm going to be picking them up a little bit more, which I am very happy that I did pick up these shades because they are semi-unique. Well, especially this pink shade that I have on, which is, what is it again? Oh yeah, it's Timeless. I really did enjoy the undertone and the shade as well. Now, as far as pricing, I forgot to actually say how much these products worth. The lipsticks retail for $18. The highlighter itself retails for $25, which is a little bit steep, but it's not bad pricing. It's not that high, you know? And the eyeshadow palette does retail for $34. I did pick up this collection at Ulta, and when I picked it up, I believe I also got a free gift with purchase. So if you are thinking about picking up these items, make sure that you check out your local Ulta store, because they always do free gifts with purchase, either Mondays or Tuesdays, I think also Wednesdays, and sometimes the weekend. So you do want to check out your emails just in case you have like a good incentive if you're already going to fork out the money to be picking up these items. Now again, I know collection or limited edition items is not for everybody, but they are for me. I love when makeup companies put out these types of products out, because that gives you the motive to use them more and to keep them for longer. I mean, who wants to pay $34 for just, hypothetically saying, just a plain old, for just some plain old packaging, you know? So just use your own judgment if this is something that you are going to pick up. Alright guys, so hopefully you enjoyed this small review of me using the PUR x Barbie makeup products. Let me know down below if this is something that you are going to pick up, or if you have already picked up. As well, let me know what is your favorite product of this whole collection. Now don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and as well click the notification button so that way you don't miss next upload. I do thank you for joining me today, and we'll see you on the next one.